And now, surprise! The final phase. With amazing music. Mutated Emperor Ing. The final boss. Scan this bugger up. Further exposure to Phazon has mutated the Emperor Ing. It is now capable of shielding its vulnerable areas with energy barriers. Beams of opposite polarity can damage these barriers, however. Heavy damage to the barriers will cause them to drop, exposing the creature's weak spots. Target the weak spots to immobilize and damage the enemy. Essentially, this guy, he uses the same type of shielding mechanic as the Metroid Prime did in the first game. It's this glowing red core in its mouth, I suppose, is its weak point. When it closes its mouth like that, it tends to be when it changes the polarity of this. It doesn't always do it though. Sometimes it just is perfectly content with just doing whatever. Oh, I think it's a dark core now. Wait. Yes, it is a dark one. That means it's purple, so we need the light beam. Provided I can actually hit him. Don't do this to me now. Aha! You did not do this to me, although you're still a pain in the ass to hit. It's that front leg that's the biggest problem, because it just covers it right up, and there's nothing you can do about it. Don't close again! Come on. Please don't change. Aha! Oh, he's normal right now, so we can switch back to the power beam. If you really want, you can use the Annihilator beam. There's not really any reason not to, I suppose, since, I mean, it does home in, so that would make it a little easier to do. You know, I'm gonna do exactly that. Annihilator beam all over the place. Ah. Gotta be very careful to not waste your shots, though, because, of course, this will use up all of your ammo. Wait a minute, is this? Oh, that gave me some ammo. That's interesting, I didn't even know that. Those little light thingies he shoots out. Now, I honestly don't know for certain if the Annihilator beam is able to hurt both types of shielding. I was firing at it earlier, but it seemed to just be hitting him. That may just have been a coincidence, though. It seems like there are only very specific moves that will give you windows to attack. One's where he's attacking, essentially, because that will be when he sits still for the longest. While he's dancing around like this, it's probably best to just stay still and wait for him. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Got about 3/4 done. Alright, he's got his barrier back up. So now, let's try a super missile. Oh, he's running over me. I don't know why, but that looks really weirdly animated to me. Oh hey, that was a super missile will take that out. Oh come on, that was so close to being shot. Where's my gun? Thank you. Jeez. Let's try a dark burst on him. It missed. Of course. You know what, as far as I know, I don't think you're able to dodge that charge attack. Ooh, that actually did a decent amount of damage. So I guess the charge combos are a decent idea. Ooh, let's shoot some of these guys down. Get some more ammo. They seem to mostly give you light ammo, although that could have been a complete coincidence. Wow, I could really use like an E-tank or something right about now. This guy... not an easy fight. He will kick your ass if you're not careful. In fact, I don't know how you're supposed to do this without taking any damage. I'm sure someone can do it, and if you can, then kudos to you, sir. Or madam. I don't know who you are. I didn't... Ah! Okay, apparently his laser beam move there can stun you. You know, I think I'm going to resort back to regular moves. It seems like it would be the best idea here because I'm using up a lot of my ammo. Maybe while he does that I should morph ball or something. Alright, we got him half dead. He's getting his shield back up. Switch back to super missiles. Wabam! Instant. Alrighty, back to the dark shots. Keep using your charge beam. It's weird, from the bottom he looks like a hand. It's a little disconcerting. Kinda wish I had more shots here, because then I would use it. You know what? Dark Burst. I'm gonna use it anyway. Seriously? It missed? By that much? Where's my freaking gun? God. I'm not sure if there's... Oh. The shield is back up once again. I didn't even get to do any freaking damage to him that time. Yep, this guy does not screw around. You gotta be on your toes. Which I am not. Did he just skate? Yes, I think that's what he did. God, these legs. They always get in the way. Alright, here we go. Light beam. This is good. Okay, never mind. That would have been perfect if I had just been more careful. Sunburst. Fine, be that way. You know what? Alright. I'm done with the beam combos. I'm just using the regular beam now. I really should stop sitting there letting him hit me with that. Oh god, where's a reserve tank when you need it? Oh my god, that does even more damage than I thought it did. I might not beat this. I might be about to die. What the friggin'? Okay, game. Oh crap. Okay, Morph Ball. That's how you dodge that. Good to note. As for the skating move, I guess just get lucky. Unfortunately, it seems like the way to beat this guy is to get up close, which is certainly not an ideal method of fighting, especially a guy who deals this much crazy damage to you. Fortunately, he will offer some occasional health pickups with that collection of light blobbies. I'm not sure what you would call those. This, I'm worried. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm worried. I'm running out of ideas here. And more importantly, I'm running out of ammo. Oh, something happened. Okay, I guess a good charge shot will just stun him. Ooh. Did I get him like in a loop or something? I don't think so. Huh. Wow, that was good. I got a whole bunch of shots off on him right there. Oh my god! I completely forgot he did that. Were you able to shoot him in the back? No. I need to get off as many shots as I can on him. None of those hit. Beautiful. Oh god, I'm almost out of dark ammo. You know what? Actually, I welcome you putting your shield back up, sir. Because that gives me a chance to do this. Holy crap, did I beat him? Sweet! Oh, good lord. I wasn't kidding when I said this was a tough fight. What, you guys didn't think it would be that easy, did you? Of course we have an escape scene to do now. It wouldn't be Metroid without it. Planetary condition critical. Escape at once. And, fans of the NES, does that music sound familiar? Oh, you get fully healed from that too. That's handy. That is a remix of the escape theme from the original NES Metroid after you defeat Mother Brain. Very nice touch. I'm surprised that theme doesn't come back more. Although I guess they're... well, yeah, you do blow up stuff most of the time. You know what? They should have brought that back in Super Metroid. That's what I think. Yo. Also, that save point is blocked off, so don't even think about trying it. Although I don't know why you would. Maybe if you really, 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 really like the credits scene. Who knows? I'm sure there's someone who's crazy enough to do that. Maybe so they can say, I beat Metroid Prime Echoes and like 50 times, and that by that I mean just watching the ending cutscene. This is the true final battle against Dark Samus. As if none of you saw this coming. Now, there's something interesting about this fight. Something that the game actually does not tell you, as far as I know. Although, holy crap, I almost forgot to scan. Dark Samus 3. Scans indicate that Dark Samus has absorbed tremendous levels of Phazon into her body. Too much, perhaps. She can vent Phazon energy in the form of destructive blasts and protective shields. Doing so will help her maintain stability. Exposure to Phazon has rendered her invisible to the Dark Visor. These new abilities, combined with her already formidable arsenal, place Dark Samus at the highest threat level. This is indeed, well, quite possibly, the most difficult fight you will see in the game. While she's invisible, she is indeed completely invisible. You cannot see her. Please don't be the laser beam attack again. It's the laser beam attack again. With well-timed side steps, you can fairly effectively dodge that. Ah, right. Here we go. Use your Sonic Visor to target her, of course. Just when she thinks she is invulnerable to your moves. Although, you may have noticed, these attacks are not doing very much damage. And we're already run out of almost a minute or a time. This is a less than ideal situation to be in. However, aside from the very high energy bar, this is a pretty standard fight. I would recommend using the Light Beam. Really? You're gonna use that again? Is that just your favorite move ever? I guess so. Not much else to say about this fight, honestly. It's Dark Samus doing what Dark Samus loves to do. She's supposed to have more attacks than this, but I guess this is just the one that she feels like using right now. If you have trouble finding her with the Sonic Visor, which I can perfectly understand, she does kind of blend in with being just a skeleton and whatnot. Alright, ladies, seriously, you're supposed to be using a different attack by now. I mean, your beam is all blue and it's very pretty, but there's something else you're supposed to be doing right about now. Oh, right, I didn't even finish my thought. If you have trouble locating her with the Sonic Visor, then... ah, here we go. This is the move we want. Charge your power beam. Immediately. Wait. Nope, not quite yet. Wait for the camera to point up, catch these particles, and fire them back. This is your main way of doing damage. If you don't do this, this fight is virtually impossible. It is entirely possible to do, yes, but it is very, very difficult. You will be quite hard-pressed to do any damage. Whenever she comes back into the center, charge up your charge beam. Catch as many of these particles as you can. Try not to get hurt, because that will completely squander your attempt. Remember, you are timed for this, so if you screw up, well, you screwed up. That's all there is to it. Jeez, that has a lot of homing on it. Here we go. Wha-bam! This does a fair amount of damage to her, but not all, I guess. You know what, let's try the Annihilator Beam. Maybe she's weak to that. Okay, I guess, well, it did damage at least. Well, back to this. I suppose maybe she just does this move after a certain amount of time. Are you even able to dodge that move? Jeez. Alrighty. Well, bam. We're making good progress. I should do it one more time. Okay, I guess you don't sidestep those, you simply jump right clean over them. Alrighty. Catch all of them. Oh, come on! I was about to fire! Damn. If you're going to use your Annihilator Beam and you're low on ammo, be very selective with your shots. Make sure she does not have her brief invincibility up, because she does have that. Whenever she glows a little bit more blue is when this shield is active. You'll want to be very careful about it. Ah, God. It's difficult to catch those particles. Because apparently they can stun you. Apparently you can... Wait, I think you only maybe need to get one or two. Oh my god, I'm almost dead. Come on, do one more. Okay, never mind. I guess I'll just resume this. I think maybe that the temporary shield activates... Nope, I was gonna say maybe it activates after it uses the whooshy shield there, but I guess not. I think maybe you only have to catch maybe one particle. Okay, don't jump straight up. That's good to note. Just jump to the side, kind of loop around a little bit back to where you were. Ah, I didn't catch enough. Okay, we're running low on time. I gotta be careful here. Come on! Okay, I guess we gotta keep going the old-fashioned way. God, my finger. Okay, I guess she resumes back into that mode after receiving a certain amount of damage. So I guess the Annihilator Beam would be excellent for that. And there we go, the final shot. See, I don't need 100%. I got the Zero Suit anyway. And so, with the Ing defeated, Dark Aether destroyed, the Luminoth resurrected, and a planet once again at peace. That marks the end of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. I'm gonna be honest, I think I mentioned this earlier on in the series, but at first I wasn't really a big fan of Echoes. It was actually my least favorite of them all at first. For a while, my favorite was actually the third game, which oddly enough is now my least favorite. And this was my least favorite back then, but now, I don't know. I would have to replay the first game again to really be able to make an accurate decision, but I would say that this is probably my favorite of the Prime trilogy. Something about it is just... it strikes me as interesting. It might be the lore. That sounds like a good thing. That's a good thing. I really need to stop saying that. You know, the first game had a lot of lore as well, but it pretty much just had space pirates, Chozo, and general wildlife on the planet. This one had like the wildlife, it had some Galactic Federation, it had the Luminoth, some space pirates. It had a lot more, I guess. And on top of that, the Luminoth, because you got to see some of them written from multiple perspectives, you got some little bits of character. Granted, the character didn't matter to any degree, and the characters were already dead when you got there, but it was character nonetheless. It helped the Luminoth seem more, for lack of a better term, human, more intelligent, I guess. I find that in the case of the Chozo, since in any of the games you never actually encounter any, they kind of just seem like some... what's the word I'm looking for? They don't really seem like they actually were there at any point. They didn't really seem too important. Of course, they were vastly important, incredibly important. But the fact that they were never there, and you never got any personality or perspective from them, aside from just, we're the Chozo and we're super cool. With the Luminoth, though, not only did you get to speak to one, but you got a number of different perspectives. And we know that the race is still alive. So I think that kind of values them a little more. It gives them a little more value, I guess is the phrase I'm trying to say here. Although, in regards to the lore, I don't know if I mentioned this either, but this is something that I think would have been really an interesting addition. I kind of wish that the Ing had their own logs, some more information about them, because they were just bestial, but it implies they're at least fairly intelligent. I mean, they can recognize a threat, they know how to set up an ambush, they know what objects are important to them, they must know how they work. I kind of wish that they were just made a little more intelligent, because even with the space pirates, with how animalistic they behave, we know they're intelligent because they have their own logs, so you can read about it. I wish the Ing had that too. It would have been interesting to have two different sides of this great cataclysm, if that's what they even called it. But you know what? Overall, I really like this game. I'll probably play it again in the future. Not on this channel, but... you know, if you haven't played it already, I highly recommend it. 91% total time, 11 hours and 50 minutes. And probably close to a year of recording. Well, attempting to record. But anyway, that marks the end of this series. I've been Rosanix7, and I will see you guys next time.
Nice of you to say, but you of all people should know there's plenty wrong with me.